Greetings, awesomes. Let me put myself up here at the center. Oh, hello. All right, so happy Wednesday. Apologies for the tardiness of this video. Spent all Monday reading your research proposals. They were wonderful. They were excellent. Provided feedback. We'll talk a little bit about that feedback in this video and think about how we're going to progress between now and next week when we get a draft of your collaborative recommendation report, right? Part of the research. Recall that Project 3B, Project 3 in and of itself, is really all about getting us from the proposal stage, not only to the drafting stage, but it's about making a recommendation concerning a problem or an issue or something like that's involved. Sorry for the text come up there. Today's my son's birthday. So yesterday was about pre-planning, and they're off getting their, he's getting his hair did for his birthday. So, I've finally got a chance to get a video out to you guys real quick. So talking about Project 3A. So I want to show you. So I've made a few changes to the assignment description. So I'm going to minimize myself back in the corner here. So here's on our Canvas page. And so we're down here. We've just done the collaborative research proposal. And again, well done. I hope my feedback you found helpful, kind of guiding us and leading us to here, right? So this will be the next thing. This will be where we turn in the recommendation report. I think you, Dr. Weiss has said you've done discussions before. So I believe that, so it's a peer review. We'll talk more about that as we get closer next week. Where we get an opportunity, that what peer review really helps us do is think about, see other forms, other ways that the other groups and teams are kind of putting their papers together, ways of presenting the material, that exposure. A lot of times, at least the research shows us that really helps us. I do the same thing. We do peer review. It's like it never stops. All right, so let's get to, so here's the final one that will turn in the end of the semester, but I want to, let's hit the wrong thing, show you, again, if we hit this little thing, we get the quick view. This is the updated Project 3B collaborative research report. Let's see if I can make this full screen here. All right, so I think I've gone away here, but hopefully you can still see. Well, I don't like that. All right, so I'm back here. So let's zoom instead. And all right, so notice that this was 16 to 23 and this was something or whatever. So the entire document itself would be between 14 and 18 pages, and the real substantive part, right, the body, right, and that's where we're talking about down in here. The introduction, your findings, your discussion, any graphical content. This here really needs to be the good stuff, and that is where we're going to concentrate, and we try to do that 8 to 12 pages. So we really want to, so in our introductions, this is one thing that I kind of talked a little bit about in your feedback. We really want to make sure that we narrow in on exactly what the thing is that we're trying to get across, right? So think about audience and purpose here. What is our true purpose? And we also need to think about who is our audience. So if you're thinking about doing something at Wayne State, your audience specifically is not going to be Wayne State at all, everybody. If you're looking, so for example, one of the groups is doing dining hall, right? Should be another dining hall, et cetera, et cetera. That's a great research, right? Do a recommendation report. But that's not something necessarily we would present to Wayne State everybody, right? Our specific audience is going to be, hopefully we can find the stakeholders, the decision makers, to whom at Wayne State that we would really see ourselves making this like a presentation to, right? Who would we hand this to that would make a difference, that would at least get it heard? Because then once it gets heard by those people, then it would kind of be up to them, and working hopefully in conjunction with your group to then disseminate, right? Maybe there would be something that they would present this to the student body, right? To all the students. And that would be another step. But the first step is getting it into and in front of the actual decision makers. Maybe it's a committee. And vice versa. If you're doing something that's not Wayne State, you're doing something out there elsewhere in the world for whatever reason, still try to find a pinpoint. You know, what's the business? Who's the person? Is there a committee? Is it a state level, county level, city level, whatever that you might be addressing or looking at? So think about those things. then really narrow down our topic. And I think that's probably one of the biggest issues concerning this project. It needs to be really focused. And the second thing is we really need to have a lot of good, solid research. And I know we can't do the primary research that we originally had, that this collaborative recommendation report calls for. However, what we can do, a lot of you are talking about doing like surveys online. You can do that through Wayne State. You can do that through Qualtrics, SurveyMonkey, et cetera, and then try to get it out to some people to get some feedback. Perfect, right? Or maybe you've got some people that you can contact or connect with to get some primary research without doing face-to-face interviews. That'll work great too. What we really want to talk about too is bringing in some of that secondary research, right? What are some scholarly sources? What are some reliable sources that we can take, excuse me, what we're recommending or what we're discovering, especially the introduction, the background throughout this paper. What is it? How does what we are finding and what we're wanting to recommend, how do we support that with really good, strong evidence and reliable sources? All right, so keep those things in mind as you're writing. Okay. All right, so we can talk a little bit more about APA format and stuff like that on down the road, but this video's gone on a little bit longer than I intended to. So anyway, just wanted to say hi again, give you a little quick review of what's going on this week, hopefully what you're working on. As always, please do not hesitate to reach out to me and let me know if there's anything that I can be doing for you. All right, you guys have a great week. I hope to be back shortly. All right, take care. Bye.